So I've just finished the intercooler and intercooler piping and intake fabrication. It was actually done by Frank the welder in Bellows Falls, Vermont. I brought it down to him so he could fabricate up some of the aluminum for me. I can't weld aluminum to save my life. So I'm going to give you guys a few shots of the parts and how they came out. First of all, I had him weld on some 90-degree 3-inch elbows to the ends of the intercooler tanks so they can turn into the car on each side. You can see that. I do have to do a little bit of work right around these areas, open up these holes a little bit more so I can get my rubber hose through, but right now those lay in there real nice. So in the engine bay we've got this custom aluminum intake manifold. You can remember from the prior videos I had the BMW M3 velocity stacks that were cut off and welded inside of that. Now we've actually got the plenum completed. We're using a Mustang throttle body, and that's all set up. A Volkswagen charge temp sensor. And back here there's the little holes for the vacuum sources. This is a Turbos Unleashed fuel rail laid in there. And you can see how Frank the welder laid the intercooler piping in. It goes right nice and tight by that strut tower. It goes right down along the frame rail and then tucks down and goes right down to meet that 3-inch bend off of the intercooler. So it lays out real nice. I'll back up and give you a nice shot of that. So that's the passenger side intercooler pipe. The driver's side intercooler pipe comes out through that hole and shoots right up to right where the turbo is going to discharge. So that laid in there real nice as well. So the next step, what we're going to do is fabricate up brackets to go here and here. This is where the old air conditioning pump used to go. We're going to actually install a Mitsubishi alternator right here instead of the old monstrous Shelby Dodge alternator, and I'll be using a serpentine belt in the future. I'm going to mount a Mitsubishi Eagle Talon underdrive pulley to the bottom of the motor on the main crankshaft, and on the back side I'll be using a Mitsubishi power steering pump with a remote reservoir. The Shelby Dodge actually had a reservoir that was accessed from this area. Now I can't get through there, so I need to put a power steering pump in with a remote reservoir, so I'm going with a Mitsubishi one. So at this point we're going to finish up some fabrication on odds and ends plumbing, and we're going to start on the wiring harness for the car. So I will give you guys updates on what we do with the harness in the future. I'll give you a couple of shots of the car before I head out. So if you're interested in manufacturing your own intercooler piping or even exhaust piping, I prefer Burns Stainless. They send really high quality material. Like for example, I ordered my aluminum tubing from them, so you can go right to here and select aluminum tubing. You can select your straight or bends. Like for example, I ordered up some U-bends. Let's get some 2.5-inch intercooler piping. So you see this image here. One of the mistakes people make when they manufacture intercooler piping is they make their cuts wrong. Imagine that there's a dot in the center of the U-bend and you're cutting directly out from it, and you're always going to get the proper cut to attach it to another piece of pipe and have it come out correct. If you just go in there cutting at any odd angle, you're going to end up with your intercooler piping looking like crap. So what I like to do is order up my intercooler piping most often and make all the cuts, and then when you get all your plumbing pieced together, I use duct tape to piece the plumbing together and get it to look correct in the car, and then you take the piping to a really good aluminum welder and he can piece the pieces together. Now as well as using the duct tape, I like to put a little mark between the cuts so you know that the proper alignment of the pieces of the tubing. So when the welder takes the duct tape off, he can line up the mark, make his weld, and then give you back a properly done part. And by the way, the burned stainless aluminum piping, it polishes up real nice, so you don't have to worry about that. So I wanted to thank all the people that have subscribed to my videos. Currently I have 277 subscribers to my channel. Feel free at any time, guys, if you watch my videos, hit that little subscribe icon. By the way, anytime that you guys make comments to my videos, I read every one of them. They go right to my email inbox. I read every one of them. I might not respond to them very quickly, but I definitely take them into consideration, and especially the encouragement, man. You know, I'm notorious for not doing my project as quick as I want to, but the encouragement helps a lot. It makes me want to get out there and finish this thing up. So definitely keep the comments coming. We'll see you later.